This week, I'm going to CEO it with you all and dive into the back office side of things, and that's reporting. Hey boutique owner and other e-commerce friends, Angela here, CEO of Hot Mess Consulting. So last week we were looking at inventory management. This week I'm going to CEO it with you all and dive into the back office side of things, and that's reporting and how to use it to really optimize your business and drive your revenue goals. I know reporting isn't super sexy, but bear with me because it's super important. Now, I get this a lot with my e-commerce and Shopify clients. Shopify reporting is terrible. And some of you might be like, oh my God, yes, it totally is. And I know that's a terrible impression, but I just have to say it's all a load of poop. It ain't that bad. And there's even a new inventory section available that you might not even have known about. So I'm going to cover that and also a couple of hacks and tools that you can use to shortcut some of the more in-depth reporting and save you a bunch of time so you can focus on revenue generating activities. Okay, so what is inventory reporting? Well, it's a super useful tool, which was a super useful statement, right? Anyway, inventory reporting can help tell you which products sell the fastest or the slowest, give you a snapshot of your current stock levels, and just honestly help you make better buying decisions, which is going to help your bottom line. So let's get into this a little bit further. The types of inventory reporting that you may want to look at is, inventory on hand, items that are low in stock, product performance reports, shrink reports, where are you losing items, breakdown sales reports by product or by category, collection, etc., brand. So why do inventory reporting? Well, it's simple. They offer a ton of valuable info, like I was saying. Reports help you manage your cash flow, your demand levels, taxes, and all sorts of things. So how do you do inventory reporting? So Shopify, which is, our platform of choice over here for e-commerce, gets a lot of flack for not having advanced enough reporting. But I actually have to say it's really not that bad, and they've recently added an inventory section as well, which is worth you checking out. So if you go to your Shopify dashboard, right on the left, you're going to see an analytics area, and if you click on reports, you're going to see so many cool reporting options, and at the bottom is their new section based only on inventory. So definitely give that a peek if you've never looked at it and check out what you can see. So how you're going to do inventory reporting in Shopify is you're going to build your list of products. So obviously you want to make sure that all of your products are uploaded there. You're going to select your time frame. So when you go into that reporting area, you choose the report that you want to check out. You want to think about what you want to, is this that you're looking for the whole year or for the whole month or quarter? I definitely recommend checking your reports regularly, but also having a goal like when you go in. So in terms of the goal, like what can this reporting tell you? Well, hold on, before we get to the goal. The reports that are available in that new section are percentage of inventory sold, average inventory sold per day, especially useful, well, honestly, online or brick and mortar, but month-end inventory snapshot, month-end inventory value. So these are some things that you can pull up right in Shopify without even needing an external program. However, there are some cool external programs. Webgility is a great one if you're, on the accounting side of things, which I'm not an accountant, so I'm not going to get too deep into that, but it is worth checking out. Shopinventory can offer deeper reporting, and then an app Delirious Profit that I'm going to talk about at the end. But so how often should you do reporting? It really depends on how you run your business and also how you do your taxes, because a lot of this is really important come tax time. So I recommend eyeballing it weekly and looking at it properly monthly, because the thing is that if you wait and do it at the end, it does get really challenging. Another really cool app here actually is TaxJar. Tax jar, I believe that's what it's called, yeah. So it does cost monthly, but what's cool is it sets aside your taxes for you, so that it's always saving the appropriate amount, and you don't have to worry about it or think about it. And when it comes time to submit your sales taxes, whether you're having to do that quarterly or whether you're still able to just do it annually, which that part really depends on your level of sales and the state that you're in. So you'll have to check that one out on your own, but it'll save it, and also offer reports that are a little bit easier to sift through than what Shopify offers in terms of your sales tax. So once you have the data that you're able to pull from any of the reports, really, but we're talking about inventory reports specifically, right? Use the data. So how can you use this data to drive business decisions and meet your revenue goals? Well, this is just one idea, and I want to kind of work backwards with you on it. If you check out our boutique traffic calculator, which is just that, boutique traffic calculator, .com. I have two versions of the calculator, so you can use either one. This will get you to the other version. But basically, you're going to figure out your monthly revenue goal, what your current conversion rate, average cart total, and actual website traffic. And again, this is all available in Shopify reporting. This is going to help you figure out, based on actually, we're going to want to do this the opposite way, but your current conversion rate, average cart total, and actual website traffic, you're going to see what your expected revenue per month is. And how this can help is if you are able to, increase your traffic enough. So what you want to do is play around with the numbers, and you can see what that marketing effort is going to do to your revenue. And then you want to tie this back into the inventory that you're buying, because you can't sell inventory that you don't have. So you want to make sure that this is why it's so important to check on things like, what's selling, the most, what's selling the least, buying less of the stuff that sells the least and more of the stuff that sells the most, making sure you don't run out of those items that are selling on a daily basis or that people are often adding as add-ons. So these are all things to look at in your reporting. Yes, we talked about that. So the last thing that I want to just talk about here is the app Delirious Profit. So it's only $5 a month, and it's going to give you access to so many awesome reports relating to your inventory that Shopify just doesn't break down for you. It's going to take the cost of goods that you should already be entering in a Shopify, which was a cool feature they added several months ago, right? So as long as you're adding that cost of goods when you're uploading your products, which I highly recommend you do, and don't forget to include shipping in there, like the shipping per item. To you, I mean, not to the customer. So anyway, but on Delirious Profit, you're going to actually be able to see your true profit, right? Per order or for the week or for the month, whatever time range that you want to look at. You can also look at your profit per category type. This is helpful too, because if you're running a lot of sales, you may not realize how much that affects your margins. And you might end up looking and seeing like, okay, this category type, while we seem to sell a lot, our overall profit margin is really, really low. And so your overall profit for that item. Now, again, if you're selling high enough volume of something, it's okay if your margin is low, it still may be worth doing. But if you're spinning your wheels trying to sell, I don't know, let's just say leggings, for example. Leggings have always done really well for my boutique. But if you're never selling leggings for much more than your cost, then even if you're selling a lot of them, you're not really making any money off of that. So it's just, this stuff is helpful in order to help you make better decisions, better buying decisions. And things that are actually going to affect your bottom line, not just guessing or not just feeling like, oh, well, we always sell out of leggings. Yeah, but that's only when you run a $10 sale and then you're not really making any money, which $10 isn't bad if they're also paying for shipping. Or if you're able to get them for low cost enough. So it just kind of depends. Now, the one thing I do want to warn you about if you're running some of the inventory reports, well, I guess if you're drop shipping, you just want to consider that if you're drop shipping, obviously the inventory reports, some of them are not going to be relevant to you. But I guess that should be pretty obvious anyway. So moot point maybe. But even if you're drop shipping and, maybe you're not going to be using the decisions or using the data to make better buying decisions, you can still use the data in order to focus on what you're highlighting and what you actually choose to, because, when you're drop shipping and, your shipping company sells 30 items, just for example, say 30 a week. You don't have to show all 30. And in fact, sometimes more choices is not better. It kind of depends on where you're at in business. And you may actually find that by offering less items, but that are more targeted, like more what your particular customer tends to buy, might actually do better. This is something worth playing around with, just trial and error. So, but bottom line, get the app Delirious Profit. Check out the new Shopify inventory reporting features, and just make a date with yourself once a month to go over certain numbers. But make sure that you go in thinking like, what is the exact information that I'm wanting to get from this? Because otherwise, it's just so easy to spin out of control with all of it. And then, how are you going to what are you going to do with that information to take action in your business? Because otherwise there's no point in even spending any time on looking at the reporting if you're not going to do anything about it. So that's one thing I'm really big about. Like, there are so many different levels of data that you can look at. And it's more important that what you use, you actually take action on to improve your business, and that it does improve your business versus trying to manage all of the things. And if you know me by now, that one thing should be clear is that whatever you're doing, go all the F in, right? Rather than trying to do all the things half-assed. Okay, so that's all I've got for you today on this topic. But if you have any questions, please drop them below. We'd love to help. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell to be notified if you want to always stay in the loop. And remember, overall, your goal should be to stay on top of your reporting, because when it comes to the end of the year, this will save you so much time. It can also help you set and meet your revenue goals. And as I talked about in the video, knowing where you are with inventory can really help steer you towards your revenue goals much more smoothly. For more about inventory, do check out my last video on inventory management and integrations. Anyway, I'd love to know if this video has been useful for you, so please do hit us up in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And if there's something specific you want to know more about, also let us know about that. As always, I'm here for you to help you keep it real plus succeed. Bye! Need more? Check out the blog at hotmessblog.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel too. Cheers!